I'm Gail Whittaker, and this is a County News Minute. A visit to historic Yorktown is not complete if you don't stop in to the York County Historical Museum. Joining me today is Don Kline, Vice President of the York County Historical Museum Board. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about the museum. What makes the York County Historical Museum different from the other museums in town?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that we're fortunate to have so many great museums in Yorktown. The other museums kind of focus on a specific topic, a specific theme. The York County Historical Museum takes a different tack. We focus on the entire span of York County's history, from early European exploration to English settlement, the colonial period, the Revolutionary War, Civil War, and we go to the present. So it's an entire span of York County's and Yorktown's history over the centuries.
Now, you have two locations. You've got the basement of York Hall, which is where we are. You also have a location on Main Street.
Yes.
What is different about each location?
Well, our York Hall location is the primary work center for the operation. Not only do we have displays, we also have a workroom in the back that we use for artifact washing. We use it for cataloging artifacts, and we also use it for storage. We have a ton of artifacts in storage in the back room, which we use to refresh our displays periodically.
Now, what are these artifacts? Are we talking about plates, dishes, anything that would have been considered trash back?
Yes, all the above. We have a great collection of artifacts that were primarily recovered from construction excavation in 1989, just a couple of hundred yards from York Hall. It's called Kiskiak Watch. We have artifacts from pre-colonial period, the Revolutionary War period, Civil War period, and all the way up to the present. It's just a wonderful treasure trove of artifacts that were recovered.
Now, if someone's visiting, do you recommend they start in York Hall, or should they start on Main Street?
I would say a good place to start would be here. The span of history is on display here, covers from the pre-European exploration days to the present. A museum on Main right now is set up with displays on the Civil War. There is some great pictures that were taken in 1862 of Yorktown and the Yorktown area on display there. It would be of interest to primarily Civil War buffs, but probably everybody. There's also great then and now pictures. There was a picture taken in 1862 alongside a picture taken in 2015. And there's some great contrast between then and now that I think everybody would find very interesting.
Now, York County has evolved over the years. So does the museum also include other areas that maybe were once part of York County, say Cosen, Messick, portions that are still York County, Grafton, Tabb, Seaford? Yes,
all the primary areas of in York County and around Yorktown are discussed here in our museum, and some are very interesting. There's one panel about the 1933 hurricane that devastated the area.
I think that was August of 1933.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Storms,
a lot of people still talk about it.
Storms are still on our minds today, and they were definitely on our minds back in 1933 here.
The museum is involved in a lot more than this wonderful display and the cataloging and the washing of artifacts. What are some of the other programs that you're involved in?
The museum takes a lead on the 4th of July race. It's an 8K, 5K race run at York High School. The course route is through the Yorktown battlefield, and a lot of the runners find that very interesting. And we also participate in the bell ringing ceremony towards the end of the day on July 4th.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776.
And also the reading of the Declaration of Independence, which is very moving for a lot of people as they gear up for the fireworks display.
Now, I imagine all of this requires a lot of help, and you utilize volunteers.
Yes, we do.
So what type of activities would volunteers be working on here in the museum?
Well, we do rely on volunteers. Volunteers is our primary source of assistance from artifact washing.
This is our 21st century lighting for a museum.
To greeting visitors here in both museums. We really solely rely on them. exclusively.
Do you accept these volunteers throughout the year?
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Love to have as many volunteers as we can get on board. Volunteers can volunteer for a couple hours a month. They can volunteer a couple times a week or whatever meets their schedule. We love to have as many volunteers as we can get on board.
Well, it sounds like it's exciting whether you're volunteering or visiting. And I appreciate your time today. I can't wait to walk around.
Well, thank you. We love to have you, as well as your friends, family, neighbors, anybody that wants to come down and see us, I'd like to have you.
Well, absolutely, and hopefully we can get the word out. If you would like more information about visiting the museum or volunteering, please go to their website, send an email, or give them a phone call. I'm Gail Whittaker, and this has been a County News Minute.